wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
You're ruining my song now.
Oh boy, this has been my song before it was your song.
It was my song before it was
this
your
album
song.
came out on my wife's birthday, November 29th, 1994.
What that mean? It was my song. I was
You know
playing it
what
on
I'm saying?
mixtapes before it was your wife's birthday.
This song is a song that immediately shifts my mood, my mental and emotional well-being, from one of the greatest albums of all time, Mary J. Blige, My Life, by the way.
I was 2 years old.
Damn.
In 94, yeah.
Well, you should join me on the Tom Joyner Cruise then, Charlamagne. Let's get in some front page news.
You the DJ for the Four Tops. Envy is the road DJ for the Four Tops.
I can't even tell you a four-top song, which is so sad. But morning, Morgan.
Good morning, y'all. How y'all feeling? Happy hump day.
Peace, Morgan.
Good morning, girl.
Wouldn't it be nice to not have your medical bills included in your credit report?
Absolutely.
The White House is proposing new regulations that would stop medical debt from showing up on credit reports. So yesterday, Vice President Kamala Harris announced the proposition would remove up to $49 billion in medical debt from over 15 million credit reports. The proposed law would result in another 22,000 home loan approvals per year, according to Harris. Now, she also told reporters that no one should be denied access to economic opportunities simply because they experienced a medical emergency. That's so real.
Yeah, I mean, anything that can relieve the financial burdens of people is a good thing.
Yeah, but will people pay their hospital bills now? Because if it's not going to be on your credit, when you get it, they get it, which a lot of hospitals probably won't be able to pay their staff or nothing like that. Because
I don't think that's how that works, though. I think they mean like existing medical debt now, right?
No, if you don't pay your bills, it usually pops up on your credit report, right? And that encourages people to make sure they pay their bills because they don't want a negative standing on their credit report. But if it's not going to be on your credit report,
what's the incentive to pay the bill?
Exactly.
Nah.
Oh, I thought they was trying to provide people with relief who can't pay their bills. That's what I thought the whole point of the thing was.
No, if you don't pay your bill, it won't show up as a negative inquiry on your credit. It won't show up as a negative standing on your credit.
Right.
Oh,
Well, I gotta
I thought
do
they
a
were
little
just
bit
trying.
more research on that.
Yeah,
Nah,
I thought they were trying to relieve people's relief. If you have medical debt, this is something that is going to help your financial burden. They're removing it like student loan debt.
No, it's actually made to help people be able to get loans because a lot of times when that goes on your credit, it makes your credit lower. But the hospitals are saying, well, people won't pay their bills, and if they don't pay their bills, how do we pay our staff? How do we pay the people in there and everything that happens in the hospital? We won't be able to.
I think the medical industry will be just fine. It's $1 billion
I agree with that one.
It'll be okay.
Speaking of which, this comes at the same time rates of uninsured minorities are reportedly dropping. The Health and Human Services Department says between 2010 and 2022, the uninsured rate among Black Americans went from over 20% to just under 11%. Among Latinos, the rate went from nearly 33% to 18%. And the report credits the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare, that went into effect in 2010. Any of y'all take advantage of that or know somebody to take advantage of that who wasn't insured and now is insured?
It's the first time hearing about it.
Okay.
But that's what you're here for, Morgan.
All right, well, we can move on. Shout out to the Breakfast Club, not you guys, but
You don't know that.
How you know?
Okay, well, listen, y'all might as well go ahead and cut me a check too then. Shout out to the Breakfast Club in Michigan. Yesterday, the Michigan Lottery announced that a trio who calls themselves the Breakfast Club is cashing out on a $305 million win after taxes. Now, before taxes, the one-time payment is worth $425 million. The Michigan Lottery said that the New Year's Day jackpot ended a 34 drawing streak, and a representative from the group, the trio, the Breakfast Club, come on, y'all, cut me in, said they will use the money to retire earlier than expected, travel, and share their good fortune with their immediate family and nonprofits close to their hearts. Now, the winning ticket was sold at a food castle in Grand Blanc, which they stood to benefit a $50,000 kickback from that win. Now, there must be something in the Powerball jackpot water this year, because apparently there have been 3 winners. It's only June. And that's That's pretty big. So that's y'all or no?
Do they call themselves? Can we sue them for that?
There you go. Now you thinking, Jess. Now you on my level. This is what I'm thinking.
You know.
Let's show them what it feels like to have some money and do a frivolous lawsuit for copyright infringement.
Yeah.
Oh, you a trio? You want to call yourselves the Breakfast Club? I've been getting text messages all night
From
long
family
and
members,
people
from
DMing
people.
me.
That's right.
My wife told me you better not post that. I was gonna repost it just because somebody sent it to me to be funny. She was like, you better not repost that. You know why? She's absolutely right, because she know how people are. So
Yeah.
now people think we got something that we don't got, and we being harassed. We should sue them for emotional distress.
That's right. We got to get security now because I don't know who's gonna pull up on us.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you're right.
Y'all could have picked any trio. You could have been the Migos. All right? But no, you won't be the Breakfast Club. Okay? All right. Okay, watch this.
All
Watch
right.
this.
Well, thank you,
We
Morgan.
can settle, though.
We can settle.
We can settle.
Thank you, Morgan. We'll see you next hour. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. Again, 800-585-1051. Call us up right now. Phone lines are wide open. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, quickly, tonight, the Celtics play the Mavericks at 8:30 p.m. and the game is in Dallas. Now, what else we got, Morgan?
Yeah, man, you heard about Hunter Biden, the president's son. He has been found guilty on all counts in his federal firearms trial. The president's son was charged with illegally buying and possessing a gun while being addicted to drugs in 2018. He faces up to 25 years in prison. According to the Department of Justice, sentences are typically shorter than the maximum, especially for a first-time offender, which he is. This is the first time a child of the sitting president has stood trial. Now, President Biden was spotted embracing his son Hunter after being convicted on gun charges. He made a last-minute travel change and changed his schedule to travel to Wilmington, Delaware after the verdict came out yesterday morning. He met with Hunter on the tarmac at the Delaware Air National Guard. In a statement, the president said he accepts the outcome of the case and will continue to respect the judicial process as he considers an appeal. Hunter Biden illegally bought and possessed a gun while being addicted to drugs in 2018. Now, just hours after that, President Biden was spotlighted, his administration's efforts. He was back at the White House spotlighting his administration's efforts to stop gun violence and talk about the changes made since passing the Safe Communities Act. Let's hear from the president.
In 2 weeks, will mark the second anniversary of the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act. It's the most significant gun legislation in nearly 30 years. Since the law was passed and implemented, the FBI stopped more than 700 sales of firearms for individuals under the age of 21. And about 20,000 unlicensed firearms dealers are now required to become licensed to run background checks.
Now, let me ask you a question, Morgan. I was watching yesterday, and they said that there was no proof that he was actually on drugs. They said that it was a witness that said that he seen him, and that was it. It was just more he say, she say, but there was no actual proof. They did a drug test, and it didn't prove that he was on drugs.
I thought he always said he smoked crack.
But not during that time. They said not during that time he was on drugs.
So you can just get off and on crack when you want to?
But no, that's
Yeah,
not
I think the thing is,
But that's not the thing.
when
But you got to prove it. Like, but you
Man,
just
F
can't
that.
make things up. And
Listen,
I heard it wasn't proved.
Listen, President Biden is better. I like President Biden's statement. What did he say, Morgan?
that he respects the outcome of the case, and that he will continue to respect the judicial process as a Hunter considers an appeal.
Biden is better than a lot of these Negroes because it amazes me the way some black people go out of their way to cape for anything that has to do with President Biden. Hunter Biden gets sentenced, and I see black folks in media, this is wrong, this is some BS, nobody gets charged with this. Negro, please, if you was black and they thought you was on drugs and you got you did what Hunter Biden did, they'd have been put you under the jail.
If he was proven to be on drugs, but you just it can't be one word versus another word, then you just found him guilty because there's a whole political thing going on.
I don't think that's what this case is.
But that's what they said.
When he purchased the firearms, like you said, it wasn't necessarily proven per se, Envy, but when he purchased the firearms, that they asked questions about substances, and maybe that's what it boiled down to, whether or not he lied on that form.
He's been battling drug addiction for a long time. I highly doubt that he just was clean At the moment he bought these guns.
Yeah, but
they bought these charges for a reason.
But the whole point of court is you have to prove it.
When
right?
you black.
You're right, but
I'm not. Stop caving for these
black
whites.
adjacent.
I'm not hating. I can't stand it.
I'm not caving
I
for
really
none of
can't
them.
stand when we do
but
this.
I just hate the fact that you just can't. It has to be proven. It's
Proven
the fact,
for who?
Like
For
the law
us.
is the law.
No, the law. You got to prove it for the law. For the
The
jurors, it
law
has to be
don't
proven.
work for us the way it worked for them. So let that man deal with his sentence and stop caping for that man.
I'm not caping for him. I'm asking the question.
Yeah, I get
Well,
it.
also, you
Martin
know,
Luther King
the
Jr., injustice anywhere, the threat to justice everywhere. Not true.
I'm just asking the question.
That don't apply to us.
Leave the white man alone.
Yes, let that white man fight his own battles. That man got a daddy who's president.
I'm not fighting
If his daddy, who could pardon him if he wanted to, is saying he's staying out of it, we need to stay out of it too.
His daddy still at the Juneteenth celebration, standing still. His daddy don't know what's
shut up,
going
man.
on.
Oh, don't do that.
Morgan,
Don't do
did you
that.
see
Don't
what
See
do
that? Here go
Start
Morgan.
again.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hold on.
Why?
Wasn't he doing it?
And that's my point. Why do we always come to the defense of these people?
Morgan, you are not allowed
president-
here anymore because you start all types of beefs now.
Oh, me? It can't be me. Well, the president did say he's not going to issue a pardon for his son. So, you know, there's that. He's
Damn.
Now he wilding now. That's
No.
my son. Pardon right away.
No, not if I know he a career F up. That's a smart man. He like, you know what? Hunter gonna finally learn his goddamn lesson. He may be 50-something years old, but he gonna finally learn. I've been telling that stupid ass boy for years. Now he finally got his just due.
still vying for presidency. So he's like, look, I got to tread lightly on this one. Yeah. So moving on, the defense team, here's more drama. The defense team for the Buffalo mass shooting gunman is seeking to have the entire federal case thrown out. Peyton Gendron, is already serving life without parole on state charges and is now facing a possible death penalty in the federal case. His lawyers claim the federal case is redundant, arguing that the death penalty is not in the public interest. And the defense has also floated the idea of using an insanity defense. 10 people, black people, were killed in the racially motivated 2022 attack at a Buffalo supermarket. I don't understand. You didn't seem to feel that way when you was doing what you was doing, and now all of a sudden your life should. But you know, I'm not gonna get too much into that. Guys, that's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood.
They don't need to throw that case out. They need to throw that man under the jail.
Thank you, Morgan. How can they find you, Morgan?
Yes, you can follow me on social at Morgan Media, MORGYN Media. And for more news coverage, be sure you're following the Black Information Network at Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.